Sports Day is presented by Barton Community College and the Cougar Athletic Department. Sports Day on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM.
Sports Day also brought to you in part by Equity Bank, your hometown sports partner. Visit one of their local area banks in St. John, Larned, Maxville, and Great Bend. Eller Auto Repair, a local mechanic that can help behind Great Bend Appliance, Furniture, and Sleep Source, and the American Plains Co-op Bulk Fuel Department, your certified Cenex lubricant dealer in Great Bend. Time to talk Barton Lady Cougar softball with head coach Carson DuBose, who joins us as the regular season has come to an end. A whirlwind, yet there's more work to be done. So here we are, coming up, last day April, and now it's getting ready for postseason play. Welcome back, Carson.
Thanks. Glad to be here.
Yes. We're going to cheer you up today, okay?
Oh, I hope.
In a little bit, because first of all, probably got to talk about Saturday. It was a cool day because I don't know what it'd be like for a coach because, okay, you convince players to come into your program, to your college that you're representing, and, you watch their development in so many different aspects, and then they
leave you.
But it was sophomore day Saturday. So,
yes. And I do want to say a little bit about that because a lot of people I don't think understand that when this group committed as freshmen, I was not the head coach. I became the head coach a week before they moved in. Some of them I did not know, and I tried to give them the opportunity to decide if they wanted to play for me or not, and they chose to stay. So they're a very special group to me because they didn't have to, and they chose to stay. And so, I've gotten really close with them, and I know that they put a lot of faith and trust in me just as much as I have them. So
yeah, but what about their mom and dads? That's the one you really got to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I always tell them, I'm like, hey, thanks for letting me borrow your kid for a couple of years. Like, that's a lot of trust you put in somebody. So.
No, that is kind of neat. This is going to be one of the special teams that you always remember. I mean, this first class because okay, come on over. I got some good things going here. Now you haven't seen them yet, or no one has seen them yet, but. Trust me. Come on over.
Yep. So thankfully, they trusted the process. They trusted me. And I know that I'm not always calm, cool, collected. Mm-hmm. But again, they trusted the process. And I think that speaks a lot to them as just humans.
What's that conversation like though? They knew who you were. I mean, it wasn't like,
I think it was more of a shock that, the head coach at the time was leaving, and I was being hired a week before they moved in as freshmen. I mean, as if you're not already stressed out, moving away from home for the first time. You don't know what to expect. Surprise, you get a new coach. So, I don't know. I mean, I can't even imagine what was going through their minds at that time, but I'm very thankful that they decided to stick it out with me and, give us a chance.
Okay, so then that led to the games on Saturday, and Hutchinson has been playing very, very well.
Yes.
And they continued that on Saturday, coming up with a couple of wins, 12-0 and 11-0, pitching the name of the game for the Blue Dragons, looked like on Saturday.
Yep. I mean, bottom line, hitting is normally what we do, and we've only been shut out one other time this season. We score a lot of runs, and it just wasn't our day.
You've said that the pitcher in the first game, was it first game or the
first game,
is one of the top pitchers in the country. That's kind of a nice player to have on your roster.
Oh yeah, no, Dakota Lake at Hutch has done an incredible job for them, and that's one thing that we had that discussion as a team of, we have to be better, but I'm not going to take away from Dakota's performance because she is very talented at what she does.
Okay, so you've been slugging the ball. I mean, not a nice winning streak coming in, and then So you just shrug it off and get ready for the postseason. How do you practice against the best pitcher in the country?
Thankfully, our assistant coach was a pitcher. So we'll probably have her lace up, and she's going to throw a little bit. We have a pitching machine that we crank up. Really just try to challenge them in that way. And biggest thing, I think, whenever it comes to girls is just getting them to trust their mechanics and understand that they've been one of the best hitting teams in the country all year. We don't need to change anything mechanically. We need to change our mindset.
Okay, so the tournament in Dodge City starts on Friday. You're the number 3 seed in the regular season, 21-11, 26-18 overall. And you'll get Dodge City in the first round. Dodge will come in 11-21, 11-31 in league play. So you're in the same half the bracket as Hutch. Hopefully you get to see them in the second round because you can't worry about playing them until you knock off Dodge. Thoughts on Dodge City?
Exactly what you said. We have to take it one inning at a time, one pitch at a time. You can't ever look too far forward, especially with, your season on the line. You have to play every pitch, every inning, every game like it's your last, because it very well could be. So we're just going to go in and give it everything we've got and hope for the best.
Yeah, you get in there and you just want to keep playing games, and obviously that it starts with the game against Dodge City, and then Hutchinson Butler ends up winning the league. So talk about the field. It's the top 5 teams, I think, have been.
It's been a dogfight.
Yeah, all year.
Yeah, so, definitely. And I do want to give a shout out to my girl Morgan Bohannon at Butler. That is her first conference win as the head coach there. And I'm super proud of her. Hopefully we can steal it from them next year, but I'll let her have her moment this year.
What goes in? I mean, we see it all the time. Teams get hot. And maybe they get hot in the first game. Maybe it's a 2-inning stretch. Man, these softball tournaments get really interesting. You can get on a roll, you can do a lot of things, or you go through a couple bad innings, and then all of a sudden you're coming home. So,
well, my favorite example to use of that is my first year as the assistant. So that would have been the 2021 season. We actually went into the tournament as the 8th seed because it was still split into East and West. We lost first round to Colby, played 3 games back to back to back to make it to Sunday, woke up Sunday, run-rolled Hutch to play Butler in the championship game. So it ended up being the number 2 seed and the number 8 seed in the championship game. So that's the biggest thing as a coach is once it's tournament time, getting these kids to understand it is anybody's ball game. Nobody cares about the past.
Yeah.
Everybody going into this tournament is 0-0.
But that's kind of the bad thing. You get into it by playing a lot of games. That means you lose your first game, and that's a tough way to get going. But
that was exhausting, but it was the best experience. It was awesome. That team, we struggled throughout season the entire time. I didn't think we had a chance at all. And whenever it clicked at the right time, and that's really all that matters.
What makes you feel good about this group that maybe you can turn that magic on this weekend in Dodge, Carson?
They just feed off of each other's energy, which can be a really good thing or a really bad thing. But when we start putting our bats together, that's when good things happen. So that's really what we're going to focus on all week is just hitting the ball and, of course, clean defense. And we're going to go give them hell.
How many pitchers, are you looking at? Do you kind of have an idea on what you want to go in, at least going into game 1 against Dodge on Friday?
We will do whatever it takes to win. I'm so serious. Like, if it takes all 4 of them, if one of them can do it herself, we're going to do whatever it takes.
So substitutions in softball have always confused me. Can you bring a pitcher back after you take her out?
if she's in the starting lineup.
Okay. All right.
It's confusing to me, too, and I do it every day.
I just want to be an umpire. Then I think, well, no, your brain doesn't work
hell,
that fast.
half of them don't know the rules either.
Hey, Hesh, we can go as a duo, man. This will work good. All right, getting ready to go. It's disappointing end to what was a really solid season for you. I guess feelings here on a Tuesday before we go to Dodge City on Friday.
Well, I do want to make a point. I was doing some research yesterday and found out this is actually the highest ranked seed going into the tournament that Barton's been since 2017. So this year has been a complete roller coaster, but we're still breaking through and doing some good things. So, small victories in that aspect of it. But like I told the team yesterday, good vibes only, positive vibes only. We're going to go in and everybody's 0-0.
Yep.
It's anybody's ball game. So
here we go.
Let's do it.
All right, Carson, thanks so much. Carson DuBose, head coach of the Barton Lady Cougars. They open play at the Region 6 tournament in Dodge City on Friday. They'll be taking on the host Conquistadors. The winner of this tournament gets right into the national tournament. No other games after that. So just win a title, go to the national tournament. We'll have more on Sports Day coming up after this. All right.
Crushed it.